Hi, this is David Minns from G4 Guitar School in Lake Forest with another video lesson, and in today's lesson we're going to be taking a look at how to play quarter notes. So for this you'll need your method guide. So if you need to pause the video here, go and find your method guide and turn to page 23 and then hit play again. We'll continue with the lesson. So with your books open to page 23, you should see something that looks like this top line here in example number 1. And on that page 23 you have 12 individual examples that we're going to play through. In this video we're going to walk through the first 4 examples in a little interactive sort of whiteboard session. So I'm going to talk you through it and draw it out as we go. Okay. So if we take a look at the first example number 1 across the top, you'll see we have this line of music, okay, this staff of music here, and it's split into 4 separate pieces, and you'll see there's a vertical line, 3 vertical lines going across. And those 3 vertical lines split this piece of music into 4 sections, 1, 2, 3, 4. Each one of those sections is called a bar. So each one is a bar of music. Therefore, this example number 1 contains 1, 2, 3, 4 bars of music. Okay? And every single other example on this page is going to be exactly the same. Every example is going to be 12 bars of music long. So let's take a look into the very first bar. And in the first bar, what we can see is you're going to have the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4 written above. And underneath each one of these numbers, you're going to have this shape here. Okay, it looks like a lamppost. Some of my students have thought it looks like a broken frisbee. But anyway, so we have this little symbol here. What this symbol represents is what we call in music a quarter note. Okay, a quarter note. And a quarter note is where we strum or we play one time. Okay, so one time. Now, because these are quarter notes, okay, we can see that we have 4 quarter notes, 1, 2, 3, 4, in one bar. So hopefully that explains where the name quarter note comes from. So for a quarter note, we have 4 beats in one bar. 1, 2, 3, 4 make up one bar. Next to it in bar number 2, you can see we have this little sort of divisional percent looking sign. Okay, what this sign means, this is actually a piece of rhythmic music notation. Okay, this actually does exist. Okay, not just made up. And what this sign means is repeat the previous bar. So this sign here is saying repeat bar number 1. This sign here says repeat bar number 2, which is bar number 1. This guy here says repeat bar number 3, etc. And it just rolls back. So all these repeat signs are telling us is we're going to play this example 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Okay, so I'm going to clap this for you so you can see what happens, and then we can translate that to our guitar in the lessons. Okay, so what's going to happen is bar number 1 is going to sound like this. If we had the metronome, and the metronome will be counting 1, 2, 3, 4, we would then clap 1, 2, 3, 4. Each clap, okay, is going to match to a click on the metronome, and each clap is going to tie to one of these quarter notes. Okay, so let's try this together. I'm going to count for us, and you guys are going to clap. Okay, and we're going to clap this bar one time. Okay, here we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Simple as that. So let's try the first example all the way across. So now we're going to clap the 4 bars, the 4 beats, okay, for bar 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we're going to do this together again. So I'll count for us. We're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's example number 1 clapped out for you. So in the same way as we're clapping, we can now translate that to the guitar. If we pick up a guitar and we pick a chord, pick a 1-finger G chord or a regular G chord, we would do the same thing, except as opposed to clapping, we're going to strum. So we would strum 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. And we'd do that 4 times. Okay? So that's a breakdown of what this one looks like here. Okay? So let's move over to example number 2. So on number 2, let me draw this in for us. Okay, we've got this strange looking sign here that looks like this. Okay, and then we're going to have another 3 of these guys here, which you may recognize are the same as the ones above. These again are quarter notes. Okay, this little sign here, okay, is what we call a quarter rest, where there is silence, nothing happens. Okay, now here's an important thing, is that music is very predictable, okay, and it follows rules that cannot be broken. Okay, so what I mean by that is we have in our bar here 4 beats, 1, 2, 3, 4. In this bar we also need 4 beats, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we need to account for 4 beats every time we see a barred example. So in this case we have 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, or sorry, the other way around, 1, 2, 3, 4, but beat 1 is a rest where we will do nothing. We hold and we just have silence. Okay, but again we're adding up to 1, 2, 3, 4, our 4 beats in the bar. Therefore we've satisfied our rule. So with this example here, okay, what will happen is if we clap this guy out, and I'll do it for you, we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4. There's silence, 2, 3, 4, and silence, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's done twice. Okay, so the first beat, although the metronome is clicking for us, we do nothing. We don't clap, or with our guitar we don't even strum. Okay, so let's play this one together. I'm going to clap it through in just the one bar. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and rest. 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and rest. 2, 3, 4. Okay, so again what we've done is we've rested on beat number 1, but we've actually clapped on the beats 2, 3, and 4. So now let's try the whole example number 2. Here we go. Ready? I'm going to clap together. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 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 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's example number 2. Okay, and again the same thing would happen. We'd pick up our guitar now, we'd find a chord, a G chord, a 1-finger G chord, another G chord, any other chord will work as well, and you're just going to practice playing this along. Have your metronome clicking, 60 beats per minute. Okay, and you're going to match each strum to a click, or in this case the first one will be a rest. Okay, so let's move on. Let's take a look at example number 3. So example number 3, we have another new sign, new symbol we need to learn, which looks like this. Okay, there we go. It's kind of like a Spanish hat upside down, resting on the middle line. And then next to that we have a symbol you're getting familiar with now, which is our quarter note. Okay, now again with music and the math rule we have is we have to have every bar adding up to 4 beats, but in this bar we've only got 3 symbols. So how does that work? So we have to add up to 4. So therefore we know this is worth 1, 2. Okay, therefore this guy that's left, the remainder, is worth 2 as well, and it becomes what we call a half rest. Okay, it's worth 2 beats. It's a rest. Okay, and we call it a half rest because we're resting for half the bar. 2 beats is half the bar. So in this case here, what would happen on beats 1 and 2, we would do nothing. We would have a rest. So let me clap that for you. So we'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So again, we're resting on the first 2 beats, 1, 2, and we're clapping on beats 3 and 4. Okay, let's try that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so let's try the whole of example number 3. Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, in the same way, once you're happy with this and you're clapping and you understand what's happening here with the metronome, transfer that to the guitar, grab a chord and play in exactly the same way. Downstrokes, rest, rest, strum, strum. Rest, rest, strum, strum. So, moving on, let's look at example number 4, our last example for today. So now we're going to combine all the 3 symbols we've learned so far. So let's recap what we've got in terms of our symbols. We have a quarter note, which looks like one of these. Okay, this is where we would strum or we would play. We then learned this guy underneath, this little lightning sign, is actually a quarter rest, where for one beat we do nothing, it's silence. And then we learned underneath this Spanish hat guy sitting upside down, okay, is worth 2 rests. Okay, we call it a half rest, so we will do nothing or silence for 2 beats. Okay, so in example number 4 in your book, it's going to look like this. Okay, there's our Spanish hat guy. Okay, there's our quarter rest, and there's, excuse me, let's rub that guy out there. Okay, and there's our quarter beat. Okay, down there. So let's walk through this again, looking at our math rule where we have to have 4 beats in every bar. So what we have is 3 symbols. We know that this guy here is worth 1 strum or 1 beat. Okay, 1 strum. This guy is a quarter rest, also worth 1. And this Spanish hat guy here is a half rest, worth 2. So in this example, number 4, we're going to have 3 rests actually. 1, 2 beats, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 are going to be silence. And therefore we're only going to play or clap on beat number 4. Okay, so let's do that. I'm going to clap that for you. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, see how that works? We've got our added up. We've added 2 rests to a single rest, making 3 rests, and beat number 4 is just a single clap. Let's do that together. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now let's play that together or clap that together. We're going to do this 4 times across example number 4. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, once you're happy with this, transfer that to guitar, pick a chord, 1 down strum on beat number 4 all the way across. So that's the first 4 lessons. Now, what you'll find in the rest of page 23, okay, from examples 5 down to 12, is they're just duplications of these 3 symbols, just in different orders. So if you understand these 3 symbols, this guy here again is a quarter note, where we would play or strum once. This here is a quarter rest, where we would rest once. This guy is a half rest, where we would rest for 2 beats. Okay, those 3 there will allow you to put together examples 5 through 12, and of course we're going to talk more about this in our lessons, and you're free to contact me at any time. So I hope this helps. Drop me an email if you're not sure, or give me a call, and if not, I look forward to talking to you more in our lessons. Thanks so much. Bye bye.